following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Hey, welcome to the show. It's the Hump Day edition of Hanging with the Boys. We just had a show before the show, so now we get to have the actual show. Thank you, Wingstop, for allowing us to be on the air. SWBC Mortgage Living Room in Frisco, Texas. Shannon Gross, Nate Newton, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels. And man, we just had a good discussion. We almost just talked right into the beginning of the show. So
yeah, kind of. Our anonymous source came at us real strong at the end. We ain't gonna call his name, Chris. I'm sorry. Wow.
Man, well, the news came out yesterday. It appears that Ben DiNucci, the DiNucci era is over, just like that.
Wow!
Man, what happened? That was quick. Oh man!
I tell you, that's right here. Babe. That his era is still going on without him. It's still a young guy.
He may start again. I just don't think they want to put him up against this team. He'll get just annihilated.
Brother, he ain't going to start again.
You don't think so?
You don't think?
I guess Dalton will be back. Dalton will be back. So.
Now, let me tell you why he ain't going to start again. And Jesse, I sure need you to come in on this one, whether you agree or disagree. And Shannon, the reason he's not going to start again is because he had several throws in that game. No. That I'm talking about. Remember going down in the end zone? He rolled out and got sacked from behind. All he had to do was throw the ball. He's not believing what he's seeing. You heard Coach say a couple of games ago where he feel guys are holding back. Well, that's what happened when you have young guys at quarterback. He ain't believing it, because he didn't have no success before that. They was getting after him. And when that guy, when Amari went out on that out, he was wide open. But he didn't believe in himself enough to throw it. You can't punish the team, but for a certain. Now, if he was throwing the ball all haphazardly like he was a couple of times, I'm down with that. But when you holding it, when you need to let it go to make yourself look good and make plays, that's too much. That's too much for your team to bear right there, my friend.
So here is the biggest transition from college to the pros, and we hear about it, and we don't necessarily hear about it so much, and sometimes we think about it as it being some sort of clock or some sort of
speed of the game.
The speed of the game. The game is so much more faster.
Right.
Can you guys hear me? I'll drop my mic. Here we go.
Yep.
The game is so much more
loud. We got you.
Yeah.
The
game is so much more.
I know, right?
The game is so much, not necessarily, yes, the players are bigger, stronger, faster, but things happen at such a faster rate than it did at James Madison. And, no, it did. Don't laugh, Nate.
That happened at Florida A&M too.
I know, but what I'm saying is that at times you have quarterbacks when you're in college. You don't anticipate throws. You don't throw guys open. You throw when the guy is open. And then when you play at this level, we saw it Monday night. Monday night is a perfect example. 2-point conversion. Daniel Jones is back there, with Juergens pumping the ball for whatever reason, and there's a guy open. We call that the Jerry Rice play.
Back there with what?
Juergens. He's back there with Juergens doing this.
Okay.
He's back there with the lotion.
Right. Okay. All right. Clarify.
And he has a guy wide open in the flat. We call that the Jerry Rice pass, right? That ball's supposed to come out right now. He was open. But you take 2 ticks, 3 ticks, and now that guy's covered. And I think with Ben DiNucci coming from where he came from, no knock on James Madison, but that isn't high level competition. It's decent competition, and it's you play some teams that you may have. You may go and play a Clemson or Alabama, but on a consistent basis, you have to anticipate throws. And he's just not ready for that. This guy, he told you out of his own mouth, listen, guys, I had no plan on playing this year. I never thought it would come to a point where we lose the first string and second string quarterback and they'd be looking to me to do something offensively. He had no idea he was going to play. Like he was just out there seeing things and hoping he can just go out there and do what it is that he does at the quarterback position. And it doesn't work that way at this level.
And
so
to all you James Madison alumni, his Twitter handle is
Charles Haley.
Fourth and Long.
Charles Haley. So you know you and Charles gonna get into it.
He told y'all were not competitive. There wasn't any competition in y'all's conference. So at Mr. Fourth and Long, go ahead, Nate. What were you saying?
Now when you come correct. Because please, I welcome all of you, James Madison alum. When you don't come with the, you only had 6 catches in the league. Fine. Don't come with that. You got to come correct because I am lethal and I am ruthless with these words.
Right.
So just know when you come, don't come haphazardly. Come full bore and come with some real stuff because I am going to respond with some real stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, just to play devil's advocate, because I don't think you started. Play devil's advocate.
I like devil's advocate, Kurt. I
love you, Kurt.
What comes
the devil. Now
this.
you're the devil. Okay, Kurt.
Okay, so but your only 2 options now to start a quarterback are 2 guys who have never started games either. Cooper Rush has 3 career passes. Gilbert has 6 career pass attempts. So neither one of these guys are probably part of your future either. So if you're gonna is this the time to develop DiNucci? When is he going to learn how to throw these games? When is he going to learn how to pick up the speed of an actual game if he's not out there doing
preseason?
There you go. Next preseason.
Okay, but
I'm going to tell you something. Cooper Rush least have had preseason games.
Right.
You know, and
are you going to win this game with Cooper Rush?
You're not winning this game with any of them.
Then why not put DiNucci out there?
You barely had a chance with Dak.
Listen, you could put all 3 of them on the field. You can put all 3 of them, DiNucci, Rush, and Gilbert, all on the field at the same time. You can put, what is that? What does that give you? You can put 13 guys on the field with them 2 guys being on the field at the same time, and they're still going to lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Then why not play DiNucci?
Nate said it. I think when he said it, we just kind of skimmed right over it.
You got to give yourself a chance, man.
You owe it to the guys who are going out there risking their kahunas on Sunday to give them something a little bit more viable and a little bit more just ready. And those guys may not be good either, but they're more ready than Ben DiNucci. And you owe it to your guys like your Amari Coopers, like your Zeke Elliott's, like your Zach Martins, to not just say, hey, if there's a guy who is slightly better than Ben DiNucci, like give us that right now, and we'll work on developing Ben DiNucci the last 3 or 4 games of the season when we're getting everybody else evaluated and ready to go as the year has ended. But right now, against this team, just give us a little bit of something else than what we had in the Nooch.
Yeah.
In practice, Shannon seen it and I seen it. You know what amazed me more than anything, Kurt and Jess? When I saw him in practice, and this is the funny thing, if this kid is with us next year and he plays some preseason games, you probably see it the second preseason game, he is way faster than what he was jogging on that field Sunday. Did you notice that, Shannon?
Yeah.
He is way faster than that. And I'm saying to myself, why is he messing around? Sometime, man, he probably didn't even think in his mind that he was being hesitant. But when you don't know, you can't play fast and you can't react. And now you're not helping him. At this point, you're putting him in danger. And I'm going to share something with you. They got not 1, not 2, but 3 guys with 6 sacks. They got 30 sacks all together. Almost everybody on their team has a sack. So he ain't going to never know where it's coming from. So
they lead the league in sack. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so
lead the league in quarterback hits.
Do you really want to put him out there and say, hey, man, we know we kind of put you in a bind last week, but guess what's going to happen this week? We gonna take you out to Six Flags and put you on one of them old big roller coasters. Nah, dog. Don't do it to that kid.
And not only are the guys coming for his head as far as guys like T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree and Cam Hayward and guys like that, but there's some ball hawking guys on the back end. Minka Fitzpatrick, he ain't just trying to knock the ball down. Hayden ain't just trying to knock. He ain't just trying to knock the ball down. You start throwing those balls errantly and low and behind all that kind of stuff. These are cats that's gonna get it and try to take it to the house. and there's still this. And I know that only one side right now this year is competitive, but there's still this whole little Pittsburgh Cowboys Super Bowl wins and all that kind of, there's still that little rivalry there that, that kind of, when the teams are good, we talk about a lot more. But now that they're playing, don't think that Pittsburgh is not going to want to take their licks on the Cowboys right now because they're a little down and out. They're not going to come in here and say, well, hey guys, we're going to take it easy on you today because we know that you're down to your full fifth string quarterback. No. They're gonna come in here and they're gonna pad them stats, and it's gonna be like a college game. It's gonna, how many can we get? How bad can it get? How embarrassing can we make this game for that team that people keep comparing us to?
Let me tell you a little story, man.
I like stories.
I remember when we were a bad team, and in the last days of Coach Landry, and we were playing. I think it was Wilbur Marshall. Either it was the Bears or it was the Redskins. And it was the last days of Coach Landry. And I remember I was out on the field, and they was thumping us. And Wilbur Marshall was going crazy. Kid out of the University of Florida, outside linebacker, played for the 85 Bears. He was going crazy. I'm like, homeboy, chill out, man. What's up? He said, y'all are the Cowboys. Y'all ain't deserving. Y'all get all this respect, and we gonna punish y'all. I was like, dog, we ain't won a game, and we gonna punish y'all. That's all he said. We gonna punish y'all. I'm like, okay, homeboy. I said, my day coming one day, and I'm gonna remember this. But, brother, it don't matter when and where. You gotta understand that we, as America's team, get all the ratings, get all the pub, good or bad, on every talk show, good or bad. These dudes coming in here to destroy us. And they better be ready. And they better be prepared. Because the PR machine is great here in Dallas. It's the star, baby.
Speaking of being ready and being prepared, our anonymous source said, if you come at Jesse and you don't have those stats, Jesse will block you on Twitter.
Oh no! Okay.
That's cold-blooded. You mean you gonna be ready, Jess? You gonna block them?
The only time. Okay. Chris,
wow.
I'm blocking you now. The only time. There's only two reasons I block people. There's only
and
two
what is
reasons.
that? Okay.
If you curse at me, because I don't curse at anyone. I don't even curse. So if you cuss at me, that's one way to get blocked. Oh, there's three reasons. If you cuss at me, that's going to get you blocked. If you say or do something racist, that's going to get you blocked. And anytime that I say something in my tweet and then you come behind my tweet and tag a player that I was talking about in my tweet, I'm blocking you because I know what I can do. I can tag that player, but I don't want to tag them in that particular tweet. Not that I'm running from them, but sometimes I may have a stat that doesn't necessarily need to be tagged by that player. So if you do any one of those three things, I block you. And or if you're like Chris Beam, who,
just made it a fourth.
If your name is if your name is Chris or Beam, you get blocked.
Okay. Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. I purposely kind of was slow in watching film because I watched a little bit of the game of the Steelers, and I was kind of slow in watching it, man. Do we really have to go over this, Shannon?
No, we don't. I mean, we really don't. We really don't. Do you want?
But we have to, huh? For the fans and the listeners.
Let's do it for the fans. Let's do it for the fans. Let's take a break and let's do it for the fans. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about this week. It's gonna be tough to finish out the year on this show. Like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to talk.
You giving
We're
up?
gonna have
No.
We're gonna have
Mexico.
fun.
Oh, we are going to have fun, but I'm talking about like we will find stuff to talk about. I'm talking about it's going to be tough to finish the year doing it in the format that we've always done it. Offense, defense on Wednesday, offense, defense on Thursday, reviewing the game on Monday, Tuesday. Because if this game goes like I think it's going to go, the review period is going to be about 8 seconds on Monday morning, and then we're going to have the rest of the show Monday and Tuesday to talk about whatever. I mean, tune in to us the rest of the year because this thing has potential to go completely off the rails and become a reality TV show and not even about
And we may
football.
be driving around in the RV home doing the shows. You know what I'm saying? That'll be sweet. Hey, where we going this week, man? We going to Wingstop. Hey, meet us over at Wingstops and such and such. Are we going to Dunkin' Donuts?
Listen, Shannon, that might be the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts one week, Wingstop another week.
Yeah.
Hometown RV another week.
And we'll just put our masks on, so we'll be social. Put our masks on, so we'll be socially distant. What, you drinking a beer, Jesse?
That's what I thought earlier. I was like, but that man
No,
don't
it's not
drink.
a beer, but they don't pay me. No, it's not a beer, but they don't pay me, so I don't want to give them credit of what it is.
Okay.
But no, it's not a beer.
Okay.
It
All right,
gives you
well-
wings, though.
Okay. We are going to take our first break, and
so
when
you
we
ain't
come
gonna block
back,
them.
when we come back, we're going to do it for the fans on Hanging with the Boys.
Yeah.
Is your family a Cowboys family? Have you taken holiday photos at the Star? Was your wedding theme blue and silver? Have you convinced your kids them is spelled with a D? If so, every game day feels like a vacation to you, so treat it like one. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Just like all of you, we at SeatGeek can't wait until we're back in the stands at full strength cheering on the Cowboys and singing along to our favorite songs again. We're using this time to make discovering, buying, and selling tickets to events in Dallas easier. Plus, every ticket purchased on SeatGeek is protected by our buyer guarantee, which means you'll get your money back or better if your event is canceled. Guaranteed. Download the SeatGeek app today, and when the time is right, let's go. SeatGeek.
Grab some OtterBox gear and get ready for Hanging with the Boys. From rugged venture coolers to tough as nails elevation tumblers, we've got what you need to keep your game day drinks frosty and your football feast ice cold. And with cases, screen protectors, and power accessories, you can defend your phone and stay connected to every play. Gear up at OtterBox.com and amp up the fun of every Cowboys game. That's OtterBox.com.
Dear, it's 1908. Don't you think we should get electricity?
And stop using candles to see at night.
It's just electricity lights up the room fast. It's more reliable than candles blowing out, and people seem to love it nationwide.
Well, candles are...
Dear, did you just run into the wall?
Nope. May I have a new candle, please?
Historically, switching to new technology is a no-brainer. Today, it's AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure, and nationwide. Switch to AT&T 5G. It's not complicated. 5G requires compatible plan. May not be in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Okay.
Welcome back to the show. SWBC Mortgage Living Room in Frisco, Texas. Nate Newton, Shannon Gross, Kurt Daniels. And that's it. Tommy John, adjust your cleats, adjust your pads, even adjust your helmet. But seriously, don't adjust your underwear because once it's seen, it cannot be unseen. Tommy John's fabric keeps you cool and dry on the field or in the stands. And now they even have loungewear. Yeah, loungewear. Shop underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 15% off your first order. TommyJohn.com/Cowboys. And our co-host has been blocked from the show visually. So verbally, we can still hear him. But Chris Beam, our anonymous source, got some redemption, and now there's only 3 of us visually on the show. So
He took the initiative. He took first strike there.
Kurt, Nate, you looking good? Oh, there he is. He's back. He
There
got
he
unblocked.
is.
See if he can redeem himself.
Rule number 1, kids, never make the guy who controls the switches mad. Don't
Yes.
piss off that guy.
Correct.
You make
Wow,
with a
man.
hot mic and you don't know it, and the next thing you know,
That's right.
you're out of a job.
And your next and when if you don't have a career yet, when you get a career, there's 2 people in the company you want to make good friends with. The finance people, the accountants, and the IT people. So just a word of advice. Those are the 2 people. And if you're on a show, the producer.
Shout out to Rob.
The producer.
Shout out to Rob in the finances.
Yep.
Yes, Big Rob, Dale Knox, that whole crew.
Big Rob, big Maverick Dancer, big sexy Rob.
Ben
Big
Barnes,
Rob, we love
Ben
you,
Barnes,
baby. Cut
Trent,
that check for your boy.
Matt Messick, Jared McNeil, all the IT folks. Shout out to you too. So, all right,
Shout out
Nate,
to you too.
let's do it for the fans. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Are
Let
you
me
sure?
give y'all some tea. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay? And
Okay.
This is not to make some of y'all not sleep until Sunday. This ain't about that. We just have to give this information out. Okay, I'm gonna get this sheet of paper here. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me give you some numbers why it wouldn't be a safe thing for Ben DiNucci this week. They have right now 30 sacks as a team.
First
They
in the
have
NFL.
10 interceptions as a team. That's linebackers, safeties, and corners that have gotten these plays. They only spend 27 let's just say round up. They only spend 27 minutes on the field playing. So they are fresh and they are ready to go. I couldn't believe this stat because there's only 1 or 2 teams that had a lower stat than this. Points per game in an offensive-minded era, they're giving up 20.3 points per game. And fellas, for those of you who thought that we was going to take the pressure off of them with Pollard and Zeke, since I know Pollard first for you guys, they're only giving up 96 yards rushing, 97 yards rushing, and only 213 passing. Now, we've been only averaging 10 points a game the last 2 or 3 games. So
7.3.
That's 7.3? Okay,
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is this right here. They got 3 guys with 6 sacks, led by T.J. Watts with 6.5. They run a real 3-4 defense. A real, not a hybrid, a real 3-4 defense. And a guy named Stephen Truitt, who has been there for 7 years, has found his wheels. He's got 6 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 16 solos. This is a defensive end. So, fellas, Coach Philbin, offensive line, get yourself together. Alignment assignment, baby, because they are coming. Anything y'all want to add to that? Oh, yeah. By the way, they got a young guy named Steve Nelson, 2 interceptions, and Mika just stand back there, and him just standing back there makes them a better team. All right? He wasn't good enough for us, but he good enough for them. All right. Thank you. I've been drinking my coffee.
Nate bringing the stats. Kurt, he tried to steal your job.
Nah, good.
It's good. I had to bring them because when I was looking at them, you look at one. Hold on, these 30 sacks. They sacked Ben 30 times. No, it's on their side. So when you start looking at the stats, you start looking at more, and the more you look, you be like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, they're first place in sacks, first place in turnovers, first place in 3 and outs, 28%, first place in quarterback hits, 31%, first place in yards after contact, 172, and first place for tackles for loss, 18%. So, I don't know,
right,
boys.
You ready for this?
Yes.
You guys ready for this? Come close. Uncle Jess got something for you guys. Everybody, come close. Come close.
All right.
No, listen. Uncle Jess got something for you guys.
I'm close, dog. I'm close.
All right, here we go.
Right.
You guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
This is what we call a trap game.
Oh, no, he didn't. No, he did.
Trap.
No way.
I'll be back. Hey, somebody text me on my phone.
You're saying there's some hope. There's some hope.
This is what we call a trap.
Jesse trying to get blocked by the fans now. He done got blocked by Beam. Now he trying to get blocked by the fans. Come on, Jesse.
Call a trap game, fellas.
You got to be able to score points to trap somebody. He gone. Look, he gone.
Here's the thing. And Nate, thank you. Kurt, thank you so much because you laid out all of these wonderful stats. You know who else is reading these stats? The Pittsburgh Steelers. They're looking at these stats and they're saying, hey, bro, I'm going to get 2 sacks tonight. Hey, bro, they're going to throw me an interception tonight. And what happens is you sometimes play down to your competition. Do we think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go undefeated all year long? Probably not. The likelihood of them going undefeated, it's probably not going to happen. They've been in some tough games this year that they could have lost, but they haven't. This is one of those games where it's like, it's like the wounded animal. My grandmother used to always tell me, Jesse, now don't think because they scared of you that they scared of you, because a scared joker will hurt you. The wounded animal sometimes strikes with the most aggressiveness and looking to kill because it's wounded, because it's afraid. And so you walk into this situation when you're saying the Cowboys are wounded, the Cowboys are not good, they're down to their 4th quarterback, you don't know that they're ready to quit, and you begin to relax. You take a breath and you say, we got it, fellas. We don't really have to come out with that much aggression because, look, the Cowboys ain't lead a team. The first lead they had in the halftime all year was last week against when they was up 9-7. And so the opposing team comes out there and they relax. They take a breath. They're not as diligent in their preparation, whether that be film or practice, because they're looking at this team and saying, we can beat this team with our eyes closed, fellas. This is one of those games that we like to call a trap game. It's when you think you're supposed to come in here and just dominate a team. We saw it happen last week against the LA Rams and the Miami Dolphins. You just thought, hey, we'll be fine. Rams, we're playing great defense. You gave up a punt return for a touchdown. You gave up an interception for a touchdown. And you gave up a fumble for a touchdown. All of these things are viable options. You don't think that the Cowboys can return a punt for a touchdown? Sure they can. You don't think that Ben Roethlisberger sometimes hold the ball a little bit too much and get a strip sack? I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence is still a good player. He can still make plays every now and again. Aldon Smith or Randy Gregory strip sack fumble for a touchdown? Sure they can. Sometimes Ben gets a little bit careless with the ball and he can throw an interception to you. That can be run back for a touchdown. This is a beautiful game that we play, but that ball that we play with is not a round ball. It is an oblong ball, and it doesn't always bounce up and down. This is one of those games that you go into, fellas, and everything looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to run away with this astronomically. And I'm not saying that they aren't, but there are games that are played, and sometimes you fall into the Bears trap. This could be one of those games.
Any of y'all buying that?
Just telling me there's some hope. Telling me there's a chance.
Nate, you awake?
Sure, there's always a chance. It's always a chance. I mean, like you said, the ball bounces funny. You never know. I mean, we've seen upsets in the past, so.
Nate, the year I won the national championship in 2005, we went and played a team called St. Mary's out of California. Now, we're the big, mighty, all-powerful UNC North Carolina Tar Heels. There's no way that St. Mary's is supposed to be on the same floor with us. We're supposed to mop these guys up and your sub is supposed to be in with 10 minutes left because you're up by 40. This is supposed to be one of those fun games that you go out and you throwing alley-oops and all that kind of crazy stuff. You know what, Nate? We lost to St. Mary's. Every shot that St. Mary's put up, it seemed like it was going in. And every shot that we put up, it just seemed like it would not go in the basket. And we lost to St. Mary's. Now, granted, it was early in the year, so we had time to rebound from it and go on to win a national championship. But every single game that you come into, anything can happen. And I know that this team is 100% snake bitten, to use a Kurt term, but crazier things have happened, Nathan. Crazier things have happened.
The voice of reason, ladies and gentlemen. He knows. He knows.
Nate, what are you doing?
Cameron Haywood is questionable. Tyson, he did not practice. Other than that, their whole defense is intact. Yeah, I mean, can I give y'all some more stats?
No, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
All the good, really great dominant teams you've been on, and then the few really bad teams you've been on, you had to have been on a team that had zero chance, according to the experts, the fans, or whatever, that
the Super Bowl Washington Redskins.
Okay.
The Super Bowl Washington Redskins that 1 year with Jimmy. Yeah, we beat them, bro.
So it could happen. I mean, it could happen but a team, I guess, that's as dysfunctional as the Cowboys are right now, where there's so much wrong with it. Like, I mean, we've seen it. You see it. That's why they play the games on Sunday. You see it all the time in the NFL. I mean,
you remember how you went into that game against the Redskins?
They had a week 4 bye due to the COVID-19 deal, where they were forced to have a bye, and they've been angry ever since. Man, they've been kind of mad ever since because the dude had to miss his son's birthday party. So, I mean, and then the D-line coaches, Carl Dunbar, got them going well. You know, defensive coordinator Keith Butler, I think it's his 6th year at this.
So what you're saying is, Nate, that there's no chance in the world that the Cowboys can go into this game, compete hard enough, well enough to pull out a victory. I mean, a punt block, a punt return, a kickoff return, a strip sack fumble, a regular fumble, an intercept. I mean, there are multiple ways where this thing can go bad for a football team. Watch the Rams game from last week. Everyone thought the Rams were going to go down there and Aaron Donald and company was going to just rip Tua's head off. And all of a sudden, Jakeem Grant, punt return back for a touchdown.
They won at the Ravens 28-24. They made the quarterback fumble 3 times, and he lost 2 of them, and he threw 2 interceptions. Lamar Jackson, yeah, they ain't playing too well right now. They reading their clippings, and they 7-0.
Let me say this: the New York Jets and New York Giants just took what most may seem like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady the GOAT. They just took them down to the wire with and I'm gonna be honest with you, if Daniel Jones just throws the ball 2 ticks early, we're talking about them now going to overtime. They will go to overtime with the mighty, great, mighty, almighty, powerful Tom Brady. People had that game where it was a 14-point, supposed to be plus blowout, and here there was, down to the last play of the game, 2-point conversion. If Daniel Jones throws the ball when he's supposed to throw it, we're talking about the Giants of New York City going into overtime with the Bucs of Tampa Bay with the GOAT quarterback Tom Brady. I mean, those two teams.
It was the 4th or 5th week that the Eagles ran off like 20-some points. And they ran off like 20-some points, but they still got beat 38-29 to a 7-0 Pittsburgh Steelers.
I guess it's time to go for a break.
They were in that game. Take a break. They were in it.
Yeah, just like they were in the game with Tom Brady them. But guess what?
We're gonna see if we can get Nate back.
They walked off the field hugging Tom Brady once again.
I never thought I'd see Jesse being the positive one and Nate being the negative.
Nate
flipping everything on its side there.
That's what happens whenever football. Whatever. We're going to break. We'll be back. Hang with the boys.
Okay, thank you.
Just like all of you, we at SeatGeek can't wait until we're back in the stands at full strength cheering on the Cowboys and singing along to our favorite songs again. We're using this time to make discovering, buying, and selling tickets to events in Dallas easier. Plus, every ticket purchased on SeatGeek is protected by our buyer guarantee, which means you'll get your money back or better if your event is canceled. Guaranteed. Download the SeatGeek app today, and when the time is right, let's go. SeatGeek.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Grab some OtterBox gear and get ready for hanging with the boys. From rugged venture coolers to tough as nails elevation tumblers, we've got what you need to keep your game day drinks frosty and your football feast ice cold. And with cases, screen protectors, and power accessories, you can defend your phone and stay connected to every play. Gear up at OtterBox.com and amp up the fun of every Cowboys game. That's OtterBox.com.
Dear, it's 1908. Don't you think we should get electricity?
And stop using candles to see at night.
It's just electricity lights up the room fast. It's more reliable than candles blowing out, and people seem to love it nationwide.
Well, candles are...
Dear, did you just run into the wall?
Nope. May I have a new candle, please?
Historically, switching to new technology is a no-brainer. Today, it's AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure, and nationwide. Switch to AT&T 5G. It's not complicated. 5G requires compatible plan. May not be in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the show. Hey, Cowboys fans, what better way to spend Thanksgiving than in a private suite at AT&T Stadium with your family to watch the best game of the year? Head to DallasCowboys.com/hotels for a chance to win a private suite, free night hotel stay, and transportation to and from the game on a private Cowboys bus, all courtesy of Hotels.com. Welcome back to SWBC Mortgage Living Room. Shannon Gross, Nate Newton, Jesse Holly, Kurt Daniels, Chris Beam manning the control room live from the Star. And we are entering the final segment, the final 10 minutes of the show. Hopefully we have positive Nate back, reality Jesse, and Kurt. Where do y'all want to take this the last segment? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go with this, Kurt?
Nate, where you want to go, man? Kurt, Nate?
Hey, well, let me say this here.
Okay.
Nate, you didn't like my last segment, Nate?
Jesse, you were magnificent.
I didn't give any compelling information right there, man.
You did.
You did. I mean, you took us on the highest high. You took that kid, Cooper, whatever his name, gonna start this week. You took him to the top of Space Mountain.
Come on.
And now he's finna get dropped this weekend on Sunday. Okay. Hey, I'm not saying
I'm gonna give you that cocaine high, baby. Let's go.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't give him. Don't say that,
baby.
You're gonna give him a natural high. Anyway.
I don't know how your fall were going to be. My job is to get you to the mountaintop. That's it. I don't know how your fall is supposed to be. I didn't think that far, Nate. I don't think that far.
Yeah, I know you did.
I think about just
how is I'm going to steal the show. How is I'm going to get people to believe.
Listen, I don't have time to think about what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to get you there today. I'm going to get you to the mountaintop today.
I can't believe what you just said.
Saying you're a trap game. What from the Steelers' perspective, you guys played on dominant teams. I mean, Nate back in the 90s, Jesse, especially with Carolina in basketball.
Oh yeah.
How did you guys?
Wait a minute. Nate, you played on some dominant football teams.
Yeah, he stumbled hard on that one.
Jesse, you played in college.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you've experienced it.
Kurt. It's all relatable, baby.
It relates because you guys obviously had games where you knew you were facing a team that you were just going to blow out. They had no chance to win. And do you remember looking across the line there and seeing those guys and you could see it in their eyes, that they were going to lose, that you had to beat before the clock even started?
I've been on the opposite end of that. We played those Bears. And we was in Soldier Field, and I'm looking in the eyes of Singletary, and he looking in my eyes, and stuff running out his nose, and he foaming at the mouth. I couldn't believe this was a human man. And he knocks out Steve for a little worse than what this other kid got knocked out, Dalton. When I saw that right there, and I looked at the rest of the players, I said, y'all know we're in for a long day. Half the guys, they was already walking back to the huddle. I was like, wow.
At that point, does it become... Yeah,
survival.
Our team's going to lose, but you're not going to beat me. You won't beat me.
Survival. It's each individual. See, right about now, You play within the team concept, and you play as hard and as smart as you can. You are always auditioning for 31 other teams, and you never can forget that. And you surround yourself with guys in that locker room that's believing what you believe. You can't tell CeeDee Lamb he ain't the coldest thing in the world. You can't tell Gallup he ain't the coldest thing in the world. You can't tell your right guard, the president, that he ain't the coldest thing in the world. They play like it. Now, other guys may want to play like it, but your ability and your skill set is not there. So your confidence wanes as the game go on. I'm serious. You can be the most enthusiastic guy in the world, but if number 99 standing over your head and Pro Football Focus got you ranked 135 out of 134, you in trouble, brother.
Yeah. What about, okay, I could see, though, as a lineman, you could say, okay, this defensive tackle isn't going to beat me this time. And you can kind of, you can have your individual
and then you get
battle.
ran over, and then you just get bulled over like some people we know.
No, but I'm just asking, can you have the game, your own personal battle make it a difference? Even though you know you're going to lose the game, you're going to say, I'm going to win this matchup.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
You can.
Yeah.
How about for a receiver, you're not going to get the ball thrown to you, but you can say, I had that guy beat on that route.
Yep.
Because
but see, that's Jesse them little that anyway.
What's Jesse them
I was hoping, man.
Monday, and we've all heard the cliche term, the eye in the sky doesn't lie, right?
That's right.
So Monday, when the film pops on, and this is whether your team is 0-7 or 7-0, when that film turns on, you want to know, and you want people to see, damn it, I did my job. And coaches will always tell you, hey Nate, hey Jesse, hey Kurt, hey Shannon, hey Chris, do your job. And if the quarterback is supposed to deliver the ball to you and he does it and you did your job, he got a coach that's going to get in his butt. He has an OC that's going to get in his butt. So, but what you don't want to do is loaf, half-a it, just don't perform, and the quarterback actually does his job and throws it, and you're not where you're supposed to be. Now when the film comes on, coach's going to say, well, what the hell were you doing? Because you're supposed to have a 12-yard comeback. You're supposed to have a 12-yard curl. You're supposed to have an 18-yard comeback. You're supposed to have a 16-yard dig. And why are you at 18 yards? Why are you cut that off at 9 yards? The ball was there. You weren't where you're supposed to be. Now you look bad. So no matter whether you're 7-0 or 0-7, it's a team game. But the thing about football, it's 11 guys in one-on-one matchups in a team concept.
Yes,
you
sir.
You have to win your one-on-one battle.
That's the Jesse I know.
More often than you lose it, because again, other teams are watching this, your coaches are watching this, your general managers, your owners, all the people are watching this stuff on TV. And if you have any pride within yourself as a man, you don't want to go out there and say, you know what, I stole a check this week. Yeah, I know I didn't get the ball. Yeah, I know it was frustrating, but I let this, and for me personally, I never want the other dude to ever think to go home to his boys or his wife or his mother or his girl, his baby mother or whoever and be like, yo, that cat Jay Holly, bro, when we played them in Dallas, I whooped them. Hell no. When you go back to your mama, your baby mama, your wife, your girl, your side piece, your homeboys, whoever, when they say, yo, you played Jay Holly this week, how was that? Man, I know we beat them 38-10, but this joker was all low. Man, he is good. I'm never allowing you to go away from this game and say that you did anything to me outside of getting your butt whooped. And that's just the pride. That's the man pride in you.
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Is there talk between cornerbacks and receivers like, hey, I beat you that
all the time.
I beat you that
all the time, man.
Mid-route. You can somebody,
really?
Gotcha.
Wow.
Mid-route. If I get to the line of scrimmage, got him.
Wow.
I remember we started the game. Mike Irvin said, Coach, we need to run the ball 3 or 4 times. Because Mike actually wanted to head slap this guy. The dude for the New York Giants, I remember, he was selling out. He said, Coach, I don't care if you throw it or you pass it. But the best throw it or run it. But best we run because I want to do something to this dude. And it was like the 4th play of the drive, and we heard the corner out there saying, man, that's illegal, ref. He can't head slap me like that. Mike Irvin like, oh, now we want to talk about head slapping. What was you gonna do to me before this game started? And Mike killed him for about 100 yards, about 8 head slaps, and blocked him to the ground a couple of times. I'm gonna tell you something, fellas. I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I've been looking for all year, and this is what I'm gonna continue to look for. That's why I'm gonna be upbeat. Is what guys want to fight to the end. I've been where these guys at. On a losing team that's not very good, let's see who survives to next year. Those will be your tough guys mentally and physically. Those will be the guys that should be on this team next year. Barring the guys you have to keep because their salaries are so big.
I remember, Nate, I remember a story. I don't remember if it was Michael telling it about Deion or if it was Deion telling it about Michael. But he said every time that they would play each other, against each other, that he would mail the check to the league the Friday before the game because he knew he was going to get fined because he was going to head slap him the first play of the game, and he knew the fine was coming, so he'd just go ahead and mail the check on Friday, knowing he was going to get it on Sunday.
The one thing I liked about Mike, Mike knew who he was and his skill level. And Mike, when he played Deion, Mike be like, okay, you can throw me a couple of 9 routes, and that's the deep ball. Am I correct, Jess?
Yes, sir.
You can throw me a couple of them, but please don't do it early, because I cannot outrun this too. Mike liked them crossing routes, them slants, everything that was quick where he can body on Prime, because Prime was big too. And so they got into it, and they knew each other from college, and they talked noise to each other, not much, because and Prime was a different dude on the field. He don't cuss or nothing. He like Jess, he don't cuss, but he can talk to you now. He talk to you real nice, like dog, you just caught a 5-yard out. I let you catch that because I'm going to hurt your quarterback later in the game. He be talking to you. Hey, man, I tell you what, I backed off you this time. You cannot run by me. So don't even think that I'm backing off you because you think you can run by me. It ain't happening. He said, he told one dude, I can slip and fall, get up and catch you. It is some noise being talked, though, Shannon. It is, man, between the wide receivers and Jess, man. I don't know if you ever, and we've talked about this before, bro, but when you know you can beat a dude, that's the only time you hear when Mike Irvin know he can beat a dude, that's the only time you hear him just get after Troy repeatedly. He don't normally go to Troy and talk to him. He would talk through acts and other means. He would call up he would get Axe to get on the phone and call up to Norv. Norv would call down to Troy. And that's how he would do it, just in a roundabout way. And he'd be throwing daggers at Troy. He'd be sitting on the bench just looking at Troy, cussing out Axe, if he had a guy he just knew he should dominate.
Oh, fellas, tomorrow is Thursday. We're almost bringing it home.
We got to talk about our offense, right? Oh, we got to talk about their offense. Their offense. Our defense.
Let's do it tomorrow. Same time, same place.
They're averaging over 32 minutes of possession time.
Tonight, me and Nate are hosting Cowboys Crosstalk with Patrick Creighton. Make sure you tune in tonight, 7 o'clock on the Dallas Cowboys
11th annual Sky Ranch invitational shirt Jesse got on.
Shout out to Sky Ranch.
Sky Ranch, baby. How the lady with the cancer doing quickly?
Oh, great. Oh, man, Martha. Shout out to Martha. She had the surgery. Great news. Thank you for all your prayers. They went inside, they looked at it, and it was benign.
Ooh, nice.
Nice, very nice.
So she's recovering.
So that means that you can shave now.
Huh?
That means you can cut that stuff off your face.
Man, she's doing well. Keep fighting, baby.
Keep fighting, Martha. Congratulations. All right, fellas. Tomorrow, same time, same channel, same place. Chris Beam, thanks for keeping us on the air. Nate Newton.
Thanks, Chris Beam, our anonymous source. Cooper Rush, here we go, baby.
Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?